The field day is very much about empowering people. We're very passionate about restoring ecosystems and rebuilding ecosystems, and we do that on our farms that Wilmot Cattle Company owns every day. But the field day is about the ripple effect and expanding that impact across all parts of Australia, that all the farmers that are in, you go home and do something different. They try something new, they experiment, they think outside the square a little bit, change mindsets, change the way people think, and encourage people to do things differently. This is the largest on-farm field day in Australia. People come from all over Australia. In fact, we've had a bunch of international guests this year arrive because of the interest that gets generated here at the field day.
Yeah, it's my third time back to the field day. I loved hearing what different producers are doing. Really enjoyed today actually seeing what's happening in the farming space and even in the cotton space, to see a bit of a different angle on it. So that was something new that I didn't expect to hear about, which was great.
Very informative, like what they do, how they present. Presenters are fantastic.
It's come 6 years in a row because it's exhilarating, lots of information, and really challenging, and it just makes you go home and think about what you're doing and whether you should be doing it.
I think the last session we had 3 first-generation farmers just share their story, and I think that no one could leave here feeling more inspired about the future having heard those 3 stories. So I suspect they'll probably be a bit of a highlight for most people.
So many different things to take away. If you come in with too many expectations, then you don't want to come in with a rigid approach, because it covers such a broad area, from not just grazing, but also, the cropping, and then personal development with Alan Parker. So there's a whole range of different stuff.
Yeah, development's just as important as developing your farm. So
and keeping yourself fresh and aware, and your mindset open to new possibilities as well.
The field day, it's all about changing mindsets and challenging the way we think about agriculture. So we bring together a really diverse group of people, but the general theme through the whole field day is always progressive, it's always optimistic, it's always looking for opportunities for farmers, benefits for farmers in all these things that are coming down the pipeline, from a global level through to a national level to what it means on our own farms. And so we try and put that into a space where people can consider all these different things that they could do to capitalise on these things that are coming, as opposed to seeing them as threats.
Got more out of it so far than I thought was going to, which is good. Like, it's the way of the future, really.
Yeah, pretty excited for what's in store. Yeah, just try and take home as much as we can and go home and maybe implement a bit of that on our own operation, and see where it ends up.
I could take the opportunity to say a massive thank you to all the people who have contributed to putting this day on, particularly our sponsors, our partners, those within the MacDoc group and those in the wider network that come on board and support the field day and recognise the value in it. All our speakers who have contributed their stories, they've come from far and wide, to all the delegates who have turned up from all over Australia and this year from all around the world. We wouldn't have a field day without them, so enormous gratitude to everyone who's turned up, and I really hope that everyone's going home with something new and different. And finally, to the C7 team, they have been our event managers this year, and they've done an absolutely outstanding job to pull together what's been our biggest field day yet, and I think our most professional one.